Hey YouTube, how's it going? I wanted to give you guys all a tour of the 29 since I just made a bunch of changes. A bunch of things have happened to the tank since the last time I made a video. First of all, is I have new lighting. You might notice the rams as well as the rainbow fish have a nice blue tint to them now, especially when they come out towards the front of the tank. Unfortunately, the rams aren't really coming out far enough for you to get the full effect right now. But the blue in their scales now is really, really highly reflective. And that's because I've added a new strip of lighting. I actually added the Finnex Ray 2 Actinic Blue and 10K lighting to the back, with the intention of actually using it on another tank in the future, but I found one on sale and decided to go ahead and invest because I wasn't happy with the level of lighting I had on this tank before with just the T5 on it. Now the lighting is much, much higher. Before, I should have had about 50 to 60 par on the sand right here, assuming that the reflector is clean at all times, which it isn't, so it'll be closer to 50. With the LED light on there, I'm getting closer to 80 par on the sand here, which is more than enough. And the reason really why I wanted that is because with my Hygrophila augustifolia especially, you can see here many of the stems, there's no leaves going down the majority of the way down the stem, which it looks fine. You don't really realize unless you look at it closely. But ever since I've added this lighting, you can see there's all sorts of new growth here on the top, all the way across. So I'm actually planning on cutting the back and replanting them and seeing how they do. I've actually had quite a thinning of the Sagittarius sabulata here on the front. That's because I had a issue with green dust algae not too long ago. Lasted for about 3 weeks, and at the end of it, totally polished all the glass. A lot of the Sagittarius sabulata died. Drained it out after cleaning it out. Did a 50% water change. It was quite an experience, but now it looks a lot better after that's been done. Also, as a result of that, I had sort of film building up on the top of the tank. So I threw the power head back in here for a period of time. I'm going to run it for probably another week or two and then take it back out. So altogether, pretty happy with the tank right now. Everything's been doing really well, especially the Crinum Natans. When I received it initially, when I picked it from the fish store, there were 4 leaves. You can see the larger leaves. There has since been 3 new additions, plus there's a new sprout down there right now that came out about a day ago. It's growing incredibly fast, especially with the new lighting. It's just exploding. As are all the other plants. In the past, I've had problems keeping Liquidia in here because the lighting hasn't been quite high enough. I put the new lighting on about a week ago, and all the Liquidia is looking perfect. There's no melting the whole way down. So I'm very, very happy with it. Finally, he came out. There you go. You can see how the blue scales are highly reflective now. It looks even better when just the LEDs are on. But anyhow, there's one more update related to this tank, and that's actually not in this tank right now. In order to combat the high levels of light, it's just a reality that I'm going to have an increased risk of algae. I'm still running CO2, so there shouldn't be too great of a risk, but to combat that anyhow, I wanted to get some algae eaters because I've had problems with the tank in the past. Just small little issues, nothing big, but I like my tanks pristine, so I got 2 Siamese algae eaters I have sitting here in the 5-gallon. Actually, I haven't showed this tank in ages. This is just nothing fancy about this tank. All I've got is some extra plants in here I keep pulling out of the 10-gallon, a few shrimp that I pulled out of the 10-gallon, and then a sponge filter. No heater, nothing. So it just runs at room temp. And there's 2 Siamese algae eaters in here somewhere. But actually, what's crazy is if you see all the plants in here, this is one trimming essentially from the 10-gallon. I throw that out about every week and just plant it at 1 week with all the trimmings. So 10-gallon's doing great as well. I'll just go ahead and do a little thing on that while I'm at it. Nothing too special here. The bronze 1TI was kind of stagnant for ages after, I don't know, it used to grow like nuts and then it just stopped, and now it seems like it's coming back and it's happy again. I split my, my goodness, okay, words are escaping me. I split this plant about 3 weeks ago, and since then there's been 1, 2, I don't know if you can see it, 4 new leaves since Anubias. There we go. I apologize for forgetting that in the moment. So that's really the updates for my tanks, guys. Nothing new with the CO2 systems. Really just an increase in lighting, fighting off the green dust algae, and yeah. Hope you guys like the tanks. Thanks. Bye.